What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Gamo Savage. Now, today, we're going to talk about something a little different. Now, so, I don't really classify myself as a gamer, but my channel at the moment is somewhat gaming oriented. But I'm a big techie. Like, I'm big on tech and shit, technology. So, now, I'm here to talk about this new MacBook Pro, a touch genius, with this piece of shit ass touch bar. This is how I feel about this. So first, let me give y'all a little backstory real quick about me and how long I have been trying to obtain the MacBook Pro, mind you, which I have, which is I've been editing all my previous videos. So I spent literally all of my high school years, just graduated back in May in college now. Spent pretty much all my high school years trying to save for a MacBook. Now at the time, I first I've been an Apple fan pretty much most of my life. I mean, since I was little, I was just always in awe with Apple, mainly because of their OS. And eventually, like my first media device, I got well, not my first. Basically, after a while, I acquired the iPod Touch. Then I found out about the iPhone. Then actually, I just acquired my first iPhone my senior year of high school. Like, once again, by saving the shit. But that's beside the point. That's a different story for a different time. So yeah, I wanted a MacBook since I was probably around like the 8th grade, and I wanted this because in the 8th grade, I took I was in, what was it? I was in not band, some musical class, and our ending project of the year was to actually make a full beat of any genre we wanted to, using the iMacs in the using the school's iMacs. So I was like, I mean, while I was supposed to be making the beat, I was still playing around with the actual software and with the iMac itself, because once again, I'm a techie, so of course that was my first major time interacting with Apple. I mean, I knew Apple MacBooks before the iMac because of my older cousin, who is, I think he's 26, 27 right now, because he was real into Apple, so he kind of got me into it. So after sitting there making beats, I was like, okay, I really like this machine. I mean, I want one. Just, I don't want a desktop. I want more of a laptop. I can be on the go. So, as like eighth grade. So come around Christmas comes, I said, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna ask my parents. Now, I knew my family couldn't afford to spend like that amount of money on one child just out of spite. I mean, come on now. So I mean, I kind of knew what the idea was, but I got money for Christmas, and I said, I can actually put this aside and just save. So that's what I did. Every time I got money, I just set it aside. And when I got to high school, started working, I was doing the same thing, getting my checks. I was getting my checks cash, putting them aside, saving, saving, saving. So fast forward to 2016, right before I graduated in March, I said, I have the money. I'm gonna go to the Apple store and I'm gonna get the exact one I want. Now, we're gonna go back from 8th grade up until March 2016 when I finally got the MacBook. I was stuck on the MacBook Air for the longest because of the fact that I was like, okay, it's lightweight, it's versatile, easy to carry around, no problem. And I mean, I was young at the time, so I was thinking nothing else more than just number one, price and the easy use. So then as time goes by, I start to realize, I said, okay, all right. So now it's like 2012, my freshman year of high school, and I'm like, so this is like a slight. This is basically, I start to notice different. I start to notice the different areas of the Mac. So I said, all right, bet the MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro. So I said, MacBook Air. I like making music. I like editing videos. I like rendering video. I like doing all of this. And then by me being a techie, I already knew a lot about processors and the GPU, CPU, RAM, all of this. So I said, well, let's see if I can at least upgrade it. So I looked into the MacBook Air, and upgrading the MacBook Air was practically impossible. Now I said, all right, so let me kind of hold back and let me look into the MacBook Pros. So I looked into the MacBook Pros, and this is bad. This is like when Apple first. This is like slightly after they came out with the unibody design, which basically, remember, you had the optical drive, removable RAM, removable hard drives. And what I was noticing was a lot of people on YouTube were actually taking out their optical drives and replacing them with SSDs, and replacing an actual hard drive in the computer also with an SSD. So I said, okay, bet, that's what I want to do. I like that. And at the same time, the MacBook Pro at the time gave you the quad-core i7. I think it was in the 15 and the 17 inch. So I said, matter of fact, let's do a quick little Google search. Oh, watching illegal movies. Ain't that a shame? So you go to Google, and we're going to look for the, I'll say the 2012 MacBook Pro. So yeah, so at the time I was like, all right, bet. So I still have the actual availability to actually do what I want. Let's just go to Apple. Nah. Okay, so here it is right here. Every Mac. Let's just go here for a quick little look and see what we get. All right, here it is. Yeah. All right, this is it. Yeah, the mid 2012. So I started seeing this one, and at the time I think it was a 13 inch, and I was just like, okay, this is the one I want. So then I found this out, and I was like, okay, bet. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna somehow get the MacBook. Once I had the money for it, I'm gonna get the MacBook Pro. This is the one I'm gonna get, the i7 2.9, and at the time, the 13 inch. So I was like, okay, all right, this is the one I'm getting, most definitely. So, okay, there it is. So yeah, so once I got it, or once I had the idea, I said, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the highest one as far as the best processor, the all of this basically fully spec'd out. And I said, all right, I'm a first of all upgrade the RAM, probably 16 gigabyte. Well, at the time I was thinking something drastic. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get 32 gigabyte. Then I kind of did a research, and I found out that at the time I don't believe 32 gigabytes of RAM was actually compatible with this particular machine, being at the 13 inch, and just the fact that I don't think that at the time that processor was capable of actually using the 30 gigabytes of RAM. So I said, all right, dial it back. Really, to be honest with you, 4 gigabyte is enough. 8 gigabyte is plenty. But I said, you know what? I'll just keep around 16 gigabytes. All right, cool. So now 16 gigabytes, we're gonna do a full. I was gonna do at the time I was gonna do twin 1 terabyte hard drives. Then a few months later, I said, okay, they have solid state drives. Then I found out they have solid state. I think the SSHD, the solid state hard drive, which is like a certain percentage of it is a solid state, another percentage of it is actual hard drive. So I said, all right, bet I'll do twin SSHDs, and because SSHDs were a lot cheaper than the actual solid state drives. So I said, all right, bet, this sounds like a good idea to me. Once I get my computer, I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna have fun. I mean, I'm gonna upgrade the RAM, upgrade the hard drive, replace the optical drive with another hard drive so I can do twin SSHDs. I still have the list actually in one of my old notebooks where I would just sit there and like have everything priced out, taxes included, had the entire bill just priced out, everything I was gonna use, from the tools to the MacBook itself and everything in between. So I was like, all right, cool, finally got it. So then, now a few years later, 2014 rolls around, 10th grade year, and I'm like, okay, let me just go and actually check a quick little update with Apple and see something new. We'll see what's new Apple decided to do. Then I came across the whole retina display, and I was like, I did research, and I was like, okay, so they replaced the optical drive with a Retina display, making it thinner. And I was like, oh, why would they do this? I don't even like. I mean, this at first I was like, I don't know if I should really risk the now. I don't know if I should really risk the better screen over not having an optical drive, so I can't do my twin hard drives anymore. So I was like, and also I could not only could you not remove the optical drive, you can't upgrade the RAM in these Retinas. At least I don't think you can, because I think it's actually integrated RAM. So I don't think you can actually get in there and actually do some tweaking unless you're like amazing with soldering. So I was like, So now this will force me to get once again the highest model, but there's no upgrading. And I said I said that, I asked myself for months, is that really, can you live without being able to upgrade it? And finally I came to the conclusion. I said, all right, cool, bet. So now 2014, 2015, I was pretty much set on the fully spec'd out, fully maxed out Retina display, which is what I have now, which is how I get all my editing done, all my schoolwork, everything that I do as far as computers are concerned is through this particular MacBook. And I love it. Honestly, I wouldn't trade this MacBook for the world. Now, mind you, like I said, I had to make a lot of compromises. In my opinion, it wasn't many. I had to choose optical drive. I had to choose Retina display over optical drive, and also at the same time, by it being I have a 2015. By me having a 2015, I also got I got integrated graphics and dedicated graphics. I'll put the specs, or actually I'll show you real quick. I'll show you real quick. The 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. Matter of fact, Apple may still have this on their website. I'm not sure. So yeah, I have the fully spec'd out. Does Apple have it? I'm just gonna check. We're gonna go back to Apple real quick just to verify. So while it loads up, we're gonna actually go back over here, and we're gonna load up the MacBook Pro section. So while this takes a second to load. All right, here it is. I'm gonna go to buy so I can actually see if I get to see the exact one that I got. So yes, like I said, I have my Retina. I love it. No problems. So before we get into the new ones, I'm gonna choose 15-inch. All right, here it is. And I'm gonna show you the exact one that I have. So now this is the one I saw in the store. This at the time. This was the highest one you could get. So I said, nah, fuck that. Not going for it. 1 terabyte. And I chose Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. And at the time, this machine cost me like $4,000. But like I said, I saved up pretty much all of high school just to afford exactly what you see right here. What you see right now is the exact specs on my current MacBook Pro. Right here. So yeah, now you see the price for that, and this is now after the new ones have come out. So now we get past my MacBook. Took like 14 minutes. We're gonna get into the new MacBook Pro, and we're just gonna take a look at this. Okay, so let's go back, and once again, let's say, okay, check this out. 2.2 gigahertz is the base. All right, it's the base. base for this one is 2.0. Just pay it. Just I want you guys just to kind of pay attention to the bait, to like the. For right now, look at the process and look at the price. And this is one reason. This is one reason I can't justify buying a new MacBook Pro. They're overpriced and underpowered. And these are borderline. This is not getting too crazy with your build type. See that? Prices. So now look at this price. So the default price last year, if you guys remember, before the Retina displays, you had to pay $10.99, $1,099. So the price has jumped up $200 for the base model just because of the fact that it is. I mean, it's still a Retina model nonetheless. It's still Retina. So now let's just get into the fact of why I said I will not be trading my current 2015 MacBook Pro for 2016 MacBook Pro. This is why. Not only would my current MacBook Pro run faster than these, but let's talk about actual hardware. And when I say hardware, I mean let's talk about like the actual build of the computer. Yes, redesigned is nice, but they aren't actually offering you anything besides, I mean, the remade, the redesigned chassis. And if you look closely, they've done away with a few things. And I'll tell you, you see these on both sides of the laptop right here? These are, let me zoom in a little more. Okay, there it is. These right here are Thunderbolt 3.0. There's no USB 3.0. So first off, there's no USB 3.0. There's no HDMI slot. There's no SD card slot. So really, all you have are these Thunderbolt 3.0. Now, I've become accustomed to using Thunderbolt 2.0. Actually, I mean, I barely use Thunderbolt 2.0 as it is now, and I use USB 3.0. My mic is USB 3.0. My capture device is USB 3.0. I have a hard drive, and the hard drive is a Thunderbolt 2.0. Now, I also use a 64 gigabyte SD card that I use every now and then for transferring files. So the reason for me is it's not a smart idea for me to upgrade is because of the fact that, I mean, I have to think about use and practicality. With this new MacBook Pro, there is no, like, this MacBook Pro at the moment, the way it is right now, I mean, and you can order it now, but you want to get to like 4 to 5 more weeks, it still renders the MacBook, I mean, the MacBook will still be hindered useless. It's useless because of the fact that there is nothing, I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure that Apple has made the USB 3.0, the Thunderbolt 3.0, they've made the HDMI, the Thunderbolt 3.0. They probably even have like an actual card adapter to Thunderbolt 3.0, and they have all the different stuff. USB 2. Thunderbolt 2.0, the Thunderbolt 3.0. I'm pretty sure they have all these adapters. But first of all, you're spending more money. And not to mention the type of issues it will cause. Well, for me, because I capture gameplay, it would probably cut that. I could probably get latency between my capture device and the actual computer software. And even small things. And like it's a ton of issues that are a possibility. The possibility of the capture card not working with it. The capture card not picking up the adapter. There's all kind of different issues. So, in my opinion, I'm not bashing the I'm not bashing the MacBook Pro. I'm just saying that in my opinion, everything that you would pay for this new MacBook Pro, you would pay. I say you pay about the same, maybe not. You pay a little less than to take my route, because you'll pay a lot less than I paid at the time when I first made mine. I made mine back in March. I mean, I went to the Apple store, They showed me their default model. I said, okay, I want to do some customization to it from you all, so I can do it myself. He was like, all right, no problem. So I sat there, did the entire build, and I said, okay, I bought it, I paid for it. I said, all right, can I have it shipped to my house, or have it shipped to you guys? If we can ship it to your house, I said, all right, cool. So just had it shipped to the house. Well, actually, no, I had it shipped to the store, and I went back and picked it up, opened it in the store, messed with it, set it up, did everything in the store, brought it home. So, just in my opinion, Apple is. I'm an Apple fan. I'm a dark Apple fan, but I'm not gonna ignore when Apple is fucked up and they try to push it onto us. Like this right here. This is, I mean, the one thing they managed to keep out of everything, which is ironic to me, is the headphone jack. Like, you take the headphone jack out of the iPhone 7, but you leave it on the MacBook Pro. I don't know if people actually use the headphone jack, because now, like, a lot of music can be played with the USB, like, versus if you have speakers or even headphones. So I mean, I don't know, but I can't justify spending that kind of money for this new machine when all you get is the the touch bar right here. That's all you get. And I mean, you know, like, the touch bar automatically adjusts itself to match whatever app you're currently using. And just, that's not something I can actually justify. So between that and the Thunderbolt 3.0 ports, there is no rational reason to get this. I mean, of course, the screen is a little better than the Retina. A little better. Okay, but I can't justify it. I mean, and you do what you want to do, but I can't. It's not me. So yeah, man, this has been a long video. I will see you guys next time. I'm just advising you guys, stay away from this MacBook. Just stay away from this new quote unquote redesigned MacBook Pro. Like, look at this. And one thing I just noticed, the charger. So is the charging port also a Type-C port? Because if you notice, like, every port is technically Type-C, which can also be used as Thunderbolt 3.0. So yeah, the point is, I'm advising you all to, at least for the moment, because my thing is, let other technology catch up. Like, a lot of devices still use 3.0, and it's because 3.0 is an extreme. It's a great method. USB 3.0 is a great method, just like Thunderbolt 2.0. It is a great method of data transfer, and I mean, it has pretty much no problems. And I mean, yeah, they increased the size of the trackpad. Whoop-de-damn-do. Like, whoop-de-damn-do. They increased the size of the trackpad. And they've also removed, if you look, they've removed the functionality buttons, which I forgot to go over. Look at look at the 13-inch regular model, and look at the 13-inch model with touch bar. The touch bar is the functionality keys, your escape, your brightness adjuster, your the power button. What the hell is the power button? I mean, anyways, man, I will see you all next time, and hopefully my next video won't be as long as this one. I just cannot justify spending the money for this laptop when it's not worth it. It's a slight look. I'm not, because this has kind of really gotten to me, because this is like just the fact that Apple would like let this shit out the you know, like out of their factory, or just out of their idea room, period. And like, oh, it's an amazing idea. Fuck that touch bar. That is, and that is in all actuality, that is them trying to refrain from actually putting a touchscreen on the damn computer itself, from making the computer a damn touchscreen in the first place. They give you this stupid ass touch bar, which is, in my opinion, is dumb as hell. And this isn't a matter of, oh, I got the money, so I'm gonna do it. This is a matter of practicality and functionality and usability. You can't. Why spend fucking what, $3,000 plus for some shit that you're really not even gonna use? The most you may use this for, just because of you know, the connectivity, the USB 3.0. I mean, the Thunderbolt 3.0. What are you gonna use this for? Surfing the web, maybe papers. I mean, yeah, you could do your video production and all this, but Where would you export it to besides the actual a cloud site or a cloud server? You can't actually export this, and you can you can't even really plug your damn mic in if you want to record a video, if you want to do anything. You can't even really plug some shit in unless you go buy a damn dongle or an adapter. And I'm sure as hell not gonna do this shit. So I hope y'all don't do it. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Avoid the 2016 MacBook Pro. Just avoid it for right now. Just, if you're thinking about getting a MacBook, hell, get the 2015 MacBook Pro, or get the 2012 or the 2013 before the Retina display, because you get a lot more customized. You can customize more, but you also got to make a sacrifice, a compromise of processing power, the GPU, the CPU, all of this you got to make a slight compromise with. But I promise you, just whatever you do, don't get the 2016 MacBook. Hell, if you got to, get an HP Pavilion, get a Dell, some Dell bullshit that I don't fuck with. Get a Lenovo. There's so many different options besides the 2016 MacBook Pro. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. This has been a 26-minute video, so yeah, y'all be easy. Remember, follow my social media. My social media is in the description. Just, I can't even think straight. This just really got me kind of frustrated. I will see you guys next time. Peace.